What's good, everybody? This is Robo from Allbark, and I'm back with another video. Today on the channel, I'm going to be doing a way too early 2024 NBA mock draft. Obviously, this is going to change a ton with a bunch of new names and a lot of movement throughout the next year, but I really want to do these periodically just to see how things progress. I'm not going to be including any teams in this, it'll just be the players, my personal ranking, as the draft order is completely unpredictable, and there's a lot of teams in the early lottery last season that I could see making some play-in noise next year. For the sake of time, I'm going to go over the top 30 with some highlights and then put together my 31 through 60 at the end as a group. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. First up, we got Buzelis. Buzelis is a super versatile forward with a lot of guard skill. He gets comparisons to Franz Wagner with a higher ceiling, and you can really see it in his play. He's got great vision and handles for his size and will likely be a top 3 pick. Next, we have Holland. Ron was originally committed to Texas, but chose to opt for the G League instead. He's a premium athlete with high-flying ability and has a really solid frame. He's already got a well-developed handle and is developing into a better shooter. With the third pick, I have Justin Edwards from Kentucky. Edwards is an all-around wing with a great offensive game and solid jumper. He's got great length to him and projects to be a great two-way player. He's very skilled with the ball and has a solid handle, and he'll likely be a top 5 pick in 2024. Coming in at number 4, I have Isaiah Collier from USC. Collier is the best guard in the class in my eyes. He can do it all at the point guard spot and is a solid athlete, but operates best out of the pick and roll as a playmaker. He's a big-time gamer, and I could see him having a huge year at USC. Coming in at number 5, I have Zacharie Risacher. Risacher is someone I can't really get a strong grasp of yet. I see the potential flashes, but sometimes he looks very raw and can be taken out of games completely, especially as a late. I see him going very high in this draft based on a team valuing his extreme potential despite the late struggles he's had.
Gonna have to put up something. Nice little step back from.
This could go 2 for 1 here. Lisa Shea behind the back goes in and goes in at heat.
At number 6, I have DJ Wagner coming from Kentucky. DJ is maybe the best scorer in his class as a whole. He scores at an elite level from all 3 levels, and he has an incredible feel for the offensive game. He can play make, but he's best as an isolation scorer and has dynamic ability with the ball. Number 7, I have Aday Mara coming from Spain. Mara is one of, if not the best center prospect in this class thanks to his court vision and playmaking ability. He's not super mobile, but he can play on both ends and is a solid paint scorer and mid-range shooter at 7'3".
Mara. Aday Mara, the move and the finish. And he now has 7 points with them.
Almansa, but heavily guarded. Now Joshua Dent. Now Almansa's got a mismatch on it.
With the 8th pick, I have Cody Williams out of Colorado. Cody is the brother of Jalen Williams from the Thunder, and he's honestly a better prospect than Jalen out of high school. He's really a two-way point guard, but in a 6'8" frame, so he likely fits in as a playmaking wing in the NBA. At number 9, I have 7-foot center Aaron Bradshaw from Kentucky. Bradshaw is one of the top centers in this class. He's an incredible athlete and has a solid jumper already that we could see utilized a bit at Kentucky. He may have the highest potential of any big man in his class as he continues to fill out his frame. With the 10th pick, I have Tyrese Proctor out of Duke. Proctor is originally from Australia and will be a must-watch at Duke as he's coming back off a fairly impressive end to his freshman season. He's got solid positional size and a great jumper and looks to be a lottery pick in 2024.
Proctor with the kick, Young the other. CC. A couple of ball screens from Lively. He rolls. Proctor.
A hotly contested ball game tonight in a lot of different ways. Here's Proctor trying to beat Galloway on the drive into traffic. This is for you. I always learn something. Proctor.
Next, I have Donovan Clingan from UConn. At 7'1", Clingan is an absolute paint beast level center who rebounds the ball better than any prospect in this class. He's got a great feel around the rim on both ends and is just pretty unstoppable in the paint. He's fairly mobile as well, so I definitely think he could be a lottery pick in this draft.
St. Mary's gets back and matches up.
Sowers will try to penetrate. Situation very much in the last.
They work the lead back up to 8.
At number 12, I have his future UConn teammate, Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle's a big combo card who may fit in as a taller point guard in the NBA. He's got a great feel for the game if he can develop into more of a confident shooter. He could play himself in the top 10 of this draft.
Good steal.
Better hustle by Whitlock. Hugh.
NBA. Castle wants to pull it so bad.
He's going to.
Step back jumper. NBA.
With pick 13, I have Izan Almansa. The FIBA 2022 U17 MVP was formerly with Overtime Elite this past season, but he opted for the G League to continue to grow his game. He's a great interior big with solid athleticism at 6'10", and he could continue to rise in this draft as the year goes on.
Help across, they're not going to leave him straight up, and if they do, he's going under 17%, Serbia under 6. Neto now to Almansa. Almansa just uses his upper body, themselves out sometime. Pass inside, Almansa.
Rounding out the lottery with pick 14, I have Kyle Filipowski out of Duke. He could have been a first rounder in 2023, but he chose to return to Duke, which I expect to be a great decision as he could be a lottery pick this year. He's a versatile big man with an excellent jump shot and advanced handle. Defense is a bit of a concern, but at 7 foot 245, his offensive ability definitely is worth taking.
Filipowski over with Jason Matthews were really good back in the late 80s and early 90s together.
We had a free run there. Proctor missed.
Filipowski.
With pick 15, I have Omaha Biliew. Biliew is an incredible physical athlete with great size, strength, and explosiveness. He's an incredible finisher and defender and seems to be improving as a shooter, which will be very key to carve himself a bigger role in the modern NBA. Next, I have Kel'el Ware. Kel'el was expected to be a lottery pick in 2023 early on, but he struggled to see the floor and play effective basketball at Oregon, and ultimately decided to transfer to Indiana. A big year at Indiana should have him right back in that conversation for being a lottery pick in this next draft.
Approaching 5 minutes to go, and it's been all UConn tonight.
Necessity for the Bruins.
Hawkins takes it in.
Up top.
With pick 17, I have Jacoby Walter. Walter's one of the best scorers in this class as he possesses great athleticism and an excellent jump shot. He can knock down shots from anywhere and blow by defenders off the dribble, and I think he's going to have a big year at Baylor. With pick 18, I have Adem Bona. Bona is an incredible athlete for the center position. He frequently runs in transition and on the fast break, blowing by defenders for easy buckets on the other end. He's very strong and uses it well, as he's also a great paint defender for UCLA.
Washington football, what a year for Jen Cohen. As Bona gets it to baseline cut, and Campbell to Bona.
The ball is just going their way, and the confidence that they're playing with.
And there's that
Length, talent, quickness.
Bona going in over.
With the next pick, I have Mackenzie Mgbako from Indiana. Mgbako is an all-around gifted wing with size good enough to play power forward at the college level, but I think he's probably best on the wing in the NBA. He's got a great outside shot and feel for the offensive game, and I think he's going to have a big freshman season. With pick 20, I have Bronny James out of USC. Bronny could end up higher in this draft simply off the LeBron pairing value, and in my opinion, Bronny is a fairly underrated all-around player. He's not a one-man show, he's a team-oriented player and just plays winning basketball at a high level.
Bronny James on the break. And one. Bronny James to the basket. Bronny with a basket bombardment.
Bronny again, a three. 31 points.
Next, I have Riley Kugel out of Florida. Kugel's a talented scorer and ball handler with crafty offensive game, and he's shown the ability to take over at times. He's got solid size to fit as a two-guard in the NBA, and he smartly chose to return to school to continue to develop.
He's made his first, no luck since. Richard
Talented freshman Kugel. Kugel, shake and bake in the trees, puts it up to the tonight.
out to Kugel. Meanwhile, Florida 4 for 11. Kugel buries one.
Next, I have Kylan Boswell. Boswell is a lockdown defending point guard who, despite a lack of elite size, plays with toughness and physicality. He's a solid shooter who's shown the ability to play at his own pace and get to his spots, despite reclassifying early last season and being 17 to start the year.
Here's Boswell. Step back, in part because of the transfers, has put itself in a great position.
Stanford into this game a year ago. Boswell.
23rd, I have Xavier Booker. Booker's formerly a top 3 prospect in this class, but he's fallen a bit down. I still expect him to be a one and done, however, under Tom Izzo. Izzo can develop him in similar ways to Jaren Jackson Jr. He's got a solid shot, but he just needs to see more consistency on the offensive end. With the 24th pick, I have Alexandre Sarr. Sarr is originally from France and played this past season at Overtime Elite. He recently signed with the NBL for next season. He's a likely first-round pick due to his mobility and versatility as a 7-foot big man with a 7'4" wingspan.
Rashad kicks it out.
Right now, taking the fadeaway. Every day now, hesitation goes to the back.
Sarr, pump fake, drives, layup.
Good play there from Sarr, but just off the front of the rim. Oh my!
25th, I have Kwame Evans Jr. out of Oregon. Evans is a lengthy forward with some positional versatility thanks to a solid handle and some guard skill and a pretty solid shot. He definitely needs to put on some size to run the floor in the NBA and become a lot more physical towards the rim, but his game is just built for the wing in the modern NBA.
Gotta shoot.
Coming in at 26, I have Judah Mintz from Syracuse. Mintz is a freak athlete point guard who has several highlight reel dunks his freshman year at Syracuse, and he smartly opted to return to round out his game. He's one of my favorite scorers in this class with extremely high offensive upside.
Trying to finish it off.
Clock is down to 10 for the Orange and Mintz.
Shook the defender. Hit the
Miles Foster had that one bounce off his leg, and it comes out for the Orange.
Mintz! Frantic inside the lane. Syracuse will break out. Mintz will slam. 3-on-1.
The lob and the hand.
At number 27, I have Jared McCain out of Duke. McCain isn't the best athlete, but he's an incredibly solid combo guard with an elite jumper and great feel for the game on both ends. He's got good court vision, is a type of scorer who has 30 plus, but you hardly notice it. At 28, I have Trevon Brazile out of Arkansas. Brazile is an incredibly gifted athlete at the forward position with great size. He could have been a 2023 draftee if not for a torn ACL that ended his 2022 season early. I expect a full recovery from him, and I think he's going to return to reposition himself back in the mix in 2024.
Brazile, there's the long reach. Brazile, that's with him.
As a trampoline underneath his shoes.
There he goes.
Wall shut top.
At 29, I have Rob Dillingham, a Kentucky commit. Dillingham is maybe the flashiest scorer we've seen in the last few drafts. He's got a ton of confidence and does not pass up shots when the ball comes his way. Developing into a better team-oriented player and being a better defender will be huge for his outlook.
Oh my God.
Oh, hey, Dustin.
Hey! Anyway, all right, 4 minutes left. Bro! Oh my God.
No, he looked up too.
Nate! Oh! Nate! My God!
With the last pick in the first round, I have Tyler Smith out of the G League Ignite. The former overtime elite star chose the G League to put himself as a potential first-round draft pick in 2024. He's got a ton of skill and a lot of length as a 6'10" forward, and he's shown the ability to hit shots from the perimeter at a decent rate. This is the type of prospect that has a big-time upside and could be a second-round pick, but I just love his upside coming out of the G League Ignite.
Nice half spin there. Ball goes straight to Tyrese.
Here's how I rank the rest of the prospects right now, 31 through 60. I think there's a lot of guys here who could fall into that first round, as we also may see some of these guys come back for the next season and be in the 2025 draft. So I'm going to expect a lot of movement here, but this is just how I rank them as of right now. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, I'm excited to see how things change as we go on throughout the year. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.